what's up my fellow small business supporters? It's Savvy here, and today I'm going to do my first ever bookshelf tour. Now the reason I have never done a bookshelf tour video before is that this is the first time I've got big bookshelves with lots of stuff organized, and I have something really cool to show off with a bunch of displays. So I really hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope that you enjoy all the different shelves I have to show you. Let's get right into the tour and see what's up on these shelves. Up on the top of these bookshelves is a place where I've been keeping a lot of my toys and display items. So over here we've got my Forever Home Friends plushie collection. For those of you who don't know, I am a small business owner. I run a small business called Forever Home Friends, which produces children's books and stuffed animals based on real rescue dogs and their stories to getting adopted. So these are the 4 stuffed animal characters we have right now. You can check out foreverhomefriends.com, linked in the description below if you're interested to learn more on that. 10% of our profits benefit animal shelters to help real dogs in need, so it's awesome. So that's what I have as the first thing when you walk in the door to my office is these 4 cute plushies. From there, we've got my first American Girl doll up here. This is Molly from World War II. I got this doll way back in the day, like back during my childhood. I believe she even has a Pleasant Company neck engraving on the back of her head. So if you guys see, like, she is legit. She is one of the originals. When I say one of the originals, for those of you who are doll collectors, she's not an original in the sense that she doesn't have the original, like, Pleasant Roland signature written across her cloth chest, and so she's not like 1986 original, but she's Pleasant Company original. She's not Mattel produced. So that is Molly right there. I'm going to be doing a new doll unboxing and toy video soon for those of you who are missing toy videos. And then from there, we go into My Planet Booty Disco Butt. So for those of you who know anything about me, you know my favorite band is Planet Booty, which is a small business. They're a band that like started in Indiana, and I've seen them live a bunch of times. And what's fun is that because they're small, they do really small gatherings, and it's nice to get up close and personal. So at one of their concerts that I went to about a year ago, I got them all to sign my butt. And I didn't know what to do with these shorts because I didn't want to wash them because I had all their autographs on them. And then Tyler for Christmas went and found this this mannequin online and put little disco ball sequins and made me a butt to display the booty shorts on. So I love this thing so much. It is like one of my favorite things ever. And then over here we have my pumpkin, my cover model for the book Beauty King that I wrote and released in 2016. So there's my pumpkin, Beauty Queen pumpkin cover model. And then up here we have Savvy Doll. I'll link up in the cards the video I made where I was creating Savvy Doll and doing that customization in front of everyone. She has my huge long hair from back in the day before I cut my hair off. So that means I'm actually going to be making another Savvy Doll soon with shorter hair, but I'm not going to mess with this one because I love how her hair looks so much. So I put her in a space suit from the American Girl doll Luciana, who goes to space camp. So I put her in a little space suit, and she is riding the IKEA plushie shark. So at IKEA there's these little plushie, or I guess giant plushie sharks you can get, and she's riding on the shark. So that is my fun top row. I had an excellent time putting this together. Moving on from the top left side, we are going down to this shelf. So I did categorize my books in different ways, and I tried to group them by color to make it look cool. So the books, when they're organized, it's not necessarily by genre, but they're organized kind of by categories in terms of how I want to read them and make videos about them, so I hope that makes sense. So this shelf right here, I organized in like rainbow colors. Oh, and I have a little Sock Monkey here from Northwestern University. That's where I went to college for my undergrad. And then I have this Deanna Troi Star Trek figure that I got at C2E2, the comic convention in Chicago. So that's that's what I've got here so far. So this shelf is basically books that I haven't read yet but am excited to read. So a lot of them are new books that I got recently. Some of them are a lot of them are books that I've got from different places. Some of them are signed. I'll point out a few that I'm really excited for. Actually, I'm partway through this one, Fur Lodge, right here. I got this book in my Indie Book Box back when Indie Book Box was a subscription service. It doesn't exist anymore, which makes me really sad because it was one of my favorite small businesses ever, and I hated to see it go out of business. But this book, Fur Lodge, I'm like a little less than halfway through, but I put it up on this shelf because, guys, I hop around. I read a bunch of different books at once and try to juggle it all, and I know that that's a little bit stressful for some people, but this book is really interesting so far. It's kind of like a Groundhog Day type of thing where people keep getting reset back into the past, like a day before, but it's kind of like a horror version of Groundhog Day, kind of, so I'm really loving that. This one was also from Indie Book Box. It's called Long Grows the Dark. I meant to read it for in December last year, but I was doing Reindeer Readathon at the same time, so doing 2 readathons at once, I got overwhelmed with how many books I was reading, and I'm hoping to read it for in December this year now. So, bunch of awesome books. Let me know your thoughts on them in the comments below. I am excited to finish up reading all of these that I haven't yet gotten to. The shelf directly below that is filled with fun little plushie friends. So as you know, I love plushies. Got Sock Monkey, I've got, this one particularly has like a lot of plushies from video games. So this one right here is Temmie from Undertale. Tyler got me that for Christmas last year, and I think it's so cute. And then I have my plushies from Animal Crossing. I've got Isabelle, KK Slider, and Tom Nook. And then I have my Detective Pikachu. I love Detective Pikachu. I love the movie. I think the movie that came out like a year or two ago, it was so good. And I just wanted a plushie of him so bad because I thought Detective Pikachu was adorable. What I like about this plushie is that he has these plastic eyes instead of having the eyes stitched in. And I know that's such a weird preference to have with plushies, but I just think it adds a lot of a dynamic look to their face. Speaking of these fun glass eyes, I have the goat here from Goat Simulator. I don't know if anyone's played Goat Simulator, but his tongue is like extra long so that you can like loop him around things and hook him and hang him off of things, just like the goat in the game has a long tongue. So I think he's really cute. But for now, we'll just stick his tongue to Detective Pikachu. Next shelf below, I'm actually not going to spend a lot of time on because I'm making a separate video about this, but this is my AuthorTuber bookshelf. So my friends who are on AuthorTube, who wrote books and who published them, they are right here on this shelf, but I am in the process of making an AuthorTube book haul, which is going to feature a lot of these books that I didn't feature in my previous AuthorTube book haul, which I did like a year ago. So I'm going to get into details on all those books when I do that, but if you want to take a look, here we go, and I bet more will be coming in the mail soon. On this shelf, I decided to do like a little toy setup and make a little scene. This is a combination right here of Star Trek, Back to the Future, and the Disney movie Zootopia. I decided to put them all together on this shelf and create a funny little scene. So back here in the very back, if you can see, we've got Marty McFly and Doc Brown, and they are, you know, getting ready to control the DeLorean to go back in time. Meanwhile, Captain Kirk and Lieutenant Uhura have gone back to the 1980s somehow, and Kirk is freaking out and he's got his phaser out on stun, and then Uhura's over here on the tricorder trying to get a hold of the Enterprise like, where the heck are we? Meanwhile, Nick Wilde from Zootopia is trying to steal the DeLorean and make off with all the plutonium, and that's not acceptable. So our favorite little bunny officer over here, Judy Hopps, is on her little bunny cop scooter chasing after him, trying to catch him. So this is the little scene that I created on this shelf, and I thought it was really fun. This shelf is a combination of books by Chicago authors and books that I got from Kickstarter. So I didn't have like just enough of one or the other to make that happen. So they're like, over here is Chicago author books, and then over here is books that I got as a Kickstarter reward. Most of them are Chicago author books, I believe. So this is cute. My grandma got me this little globe for Christmas, and the globe has different parts of Chicago all around it. So it's like all the different Chicago neighborhoods and stuff. It's so cute. So I put it here on the Chicago shelf. This book, Dare to Disappoint, I highly recommend. It is a graphic memoir written by one of my professors. So my art professor who was in charge, like I did a digital drawing class in college, and she was a graphic novel artist who did this book. Her name is Özge Samanci, and she is from Turkey. So this book is about her childhood growing up in Turkey and going to college and eventually pursuing art against the will of her family, who kind of wanted her to take a more traditional career path. So I highly recommend it. The art is fantastic. Actually, I'm gonna show. Whoa! Okay, I shouldn't have done that, but I wanted to show it to you guys. What's fun is that there's like a collage style. Like, she incorporates a lot of different collage styles into the art, which was a huge inspiration for me when I was illustrating the book Just Me Wrigley, and now while I'm illustrating the book The Love of Senior Dogs, which is the 5th Forever Home Friends book. So I just love the way that she incorporated cutouts and incorporated objects, but kept a consistent art style throughout. Oh, and there we go, it's signed. So let me just fix this shelf real quick. And from this shelf, let's just head over to the right, where we've got a shelf full of notebooks and journals. So I have way more notebooks and journals than this, but I decided to put the most colorful and pretty ones on this shelf. Over here I've got a reading journal, which I have not kept up to date on. I've been reading a lot of books and not logging them in here, which this just reminded me that I should do that because it'll help me keep track for the reviews that I want to make. And then I got this one as a gift. It says Writer's Block, and it looks like a block. I love it so much. And then this one right here is my Forever Home Friends business bullet journal. So you can see right here. I actually did a read through of this book with everybody on a Plan With Me video, so I'll link that up in the cards. Let's head up from there. Boop. This is a shelf full of books that I have already read and liked. So I actually have two shelves of books I've read and liked, and 2 shelves of books that I haven't finished reading yet. They're separate because I had more than I could fit on one shelf for both of those. But these are books that I have read and liked. So here they are. I've done reviews on some of these already, including I just recently did a review on Slay. I thought that book was awesome. And then I did a review. What else did I review on here? Oh, I reviewed Pumpkinheads. I can link some of these up in the cards. I thought Pumpkinheads was excellent. Really great book. And then the book, To Be Honest and I Wish You All the Best. I included both of these in my Books with Wasted Potential video because they both were pretty good, but I felt like there could have been more. So, had that there. Good times, y'all. Alright, let's head on up to this shelf, which is my books! It doesn't have the Forever Home Friends on here. Actually, in the other room, which is my like fulfillment center room. It's actually the dining room, but we never eat in the dining room, so I turned the dining room into a small business fulfillment center where I do all my packaging, all my boxes, everything for shipping. I'm not going to tour that room because it's just not as exciting, but that's where all my Forever Home Friends books are. But this right here, I've got my Alpha Smart Neo 2. I learned about this from the channel Robert Jones Story Detective. He does a lot of videos about writing, but also tech reviews for different items that he uses when he's writing, and this thing is awesome. I'll show you. So you turn it on, and it's very simple. It's basically like a typewriter, but it's just digital. And you type, and then you can save it in one of 8 files. Then you plug it into the computer and open it on a document, and you hit the send button, and then the text just appears on the document in front of your eyes. And then we've got my newest book, #Savvy Business Owner, right here, link in the description below. All stuff about how I grew my small business. And then we have my 3 YA fiction novels, Beauty King, Sculpt Yourself, One Final Vinyl. Again, all of them are linked in the description below. If you choose to read them, I hope you enjoy them. time for another toy shelf. I had so much fun putting this toy display together. So let me break down these toys for y'all. So first of all, these two dolls in the center are two that I modified. Like, I didn't make them in the sense that I didn't like sculpt the plastic, but I took dolls and I changed their hair, I painted their faces, I just made them into characters. And then these two over here, standing up, they are American Girl dolls in their original form. So over here, this is Z. Z is an American Girl doll that came out in 2017. I got her for my 25th birthday. And I've got her book right here, The Real Z, about her. I actually did some like stop motion videos with her back in the day, which I think I unlisted because I was worried about COPPA for a little while, if you guys remember at the end of 2019 when everyone was worried about that. But she is the YouTuber doll. So yes, American Girl did release a YouTuber doll. A lot of people didn't realize that. I know a lot of people are gonna be like, oh my god, is this what the millennials are coming to? And the answer is yes, I got the YouTuber doll. She has a YouTube channel on the American Girl channel, and on that she takes miniature dolls that are smaller than her and makes stop motion videos out of them. And she herself is animated in stop motion, and it's just awesome. I was like, get some dolls representing women in film. I love it. And then there's her book about her journey as a filmmaker in Seattle. So she inspires me, y'all. I got her around the time that I was first considering starting YouTube, and the YouTuber doll is here for me. And I will do these two last. Over here is Luciana. She goes to space camp. I showed y'all earlier that Savvy doll was wearing her space suit. I love her boots. Her book is really, really good, and she's just super cute. I love the little purple stripe in her hair. I actually did an unboxing of her. If I have space left in the cards at this point, I'll link it. And then, because I have this doll in her book, and I have this doll in her book, I was like, let's take the dolls I made and their books that I wrote. So here's Daisy from One Final Vinyl. I did a full video showing my process of creating her, but basically this one is an unnamed American Girl doll character. They're called Truly Me now, but back in the 90s when I got her, they were called Girls of Today. So she was a Girls of Today doll from back then. She originally had red hair, which I removed, and I got this blonde wig on Etsy that I spray painted silver because there aren't a lot of old people colored hair. There's not a lot of gray or white hair wigs available for dolls. And then I used pastels to create a wrinkled complexion on her face, and that is Daisy. She is one of the main characters in One Final Vinyl, so got this doll in her book. Then Amber is one of the main characters in Sculpt Yourself. She's got her rainbow flag to represent the LGBT pride, and then down here she's got her laptop, because in the book Amber likes to write blog posts for a feminist website, so she has this is a little toy-sized laptop that I got, and I put a feminist sticker on it. So this is this toy shelf. When my new American Girl doll, Courtney from 1986, who I have already dubbed my gay niece from the 80s, when she comes in, I'm gonna have to figure out how to work her into this, because I want her front and center on full display, because she's my biological niece, friends. And then the top shelf, we've got a lot of fun stuff going on. So over here we've got some Animal Crossing characters. We've got Isabel and a villager. This Isabel character means a lot to me because Tyler, she's actually Tyler's, but he lent her to me when I was working a job I hated and was really stressed all the time, and he was like, here's Isabel, she can kind of be your secretary and help you through it, and so I just love her so much. Then over on this side, I have some Splatoon squid characters. I set them up in a little scene where they are playing Turf Wars. So y'all should play Splatoon, it's great. And then finally, I have my two non-binary Barbies. I've done a video on non-binary Barbie. I've decided these two are in a relationship, and I had so much fun dressing them. So this is another toy shelf. With that in mind, let's move over to the side. So up here I have another shelf full of books that I am intending to read. Actually, this one right here I've already read and done a review on, but I haven't read its sequel yet, and I wanted to keep it with its sequel. Oh my goodness. There's my Chicago Bears bear. Y'all get what I'm saying. Anyway, oh my goodness, this one, Group Chat, this should have gone on the Kickstarter reward shelf. I am so sorry, Group Chat. I'll have to move you later. But then I've got my Retsuko. If you guys have seen the show Agretsuko, I love that show so much. And then Tyler got me this figure of her for Christmas, so she's up here. And then I've got Rey and BB-8 from Star Wars. I'm actually not a huge Star Wars fan, but I like Rey. I think she makes a really great toy, and I think BB-8's cute, so I got the two of them. Down here on the next shelf, this is books by friends of mine. Now, you may have noticed that I already had a shelf for books by AuthorTubers and a shelf for, like, books by Chicago authors. So these are books by friends of mine that are not AuthorTubers and are not from Chicago. So, good stuff right here. We have another rainbow shelf full of books that I have already read, absolutely love. And specifically this shelf in particular has a lot of books that I love, that are fantastic. For example, An Abundance of Catherines, one of my favorite books of all time. The full the full manga of Azumanga Daioh. This book is great, and the anime is great. You guys should all watch it. This over here, The Tribulations of August Barton, is one of my favorite indie books. I also got it from Indie Book Box. And then, where is it? Turtles All the Way Down. One of the greatest books I've ever read. I've done so many videos about this, and I actually have a tattoo from one of the lines of this book on my side because I loved it that much. So there's just a lot of books that I really, really loved on this shelf. Oh, an absolutely remarkable thing. I just ordered the sequel to that. I cannot wait to read it. So a bunch of books on here. A bunch of stuff by Frederick Bachman. I love him too. Britt Marie Was Here was excellent. And so was My Grandmother Asked Me to Tell You She's Sorry. Really great book. This is my non-fiction and business owner books shelf. So this shelf has all the business guide books and all my non-fiction books. Also, it has this book about poop that my brother got me for my birthday when I turned 15, so like 13 years ago now, but I've kept that book because I thought it was hilarious. So we have that book, but then we also have some entrepreneur books. We've got the Chicago Manual of Style for editing things, but then we've got a few marketing books, a few books by Shark Tank people and things like that. And this one was really fun to organize as well. Some of these books I love because I got them at conventions from people who signed them for me, such as Right or Wrong by Dirk Manning. That one I got signed, so that was pretty cool. Yeah, and then this one, Punk Rock Entrepreneur, I'm really excited to read. I know I put that on a TBR in the past, but I put too many books on that TBR and I got way behind. Writing the Breakout Novel, I hate this book. I probably should do a review on it because it was written in 2001 and it shows. It's so outdated. The author's basically ebooks will never become that big of a thing. There's no benefit to them. Wow, you were wrong, dude. Bigger books here. I've got, again, Molly the American Girl doll from 1944 from World War II. I've got a book of art about her. I've got this book, which is a lot like my reading journal, but it just has other book stuff in it. And then I got this book at C2E2, the comic convention, The Complete Guide to Self-Publishing Comics. I've done webcomic stuff before, and I'm considering trying to do other types of comics in the future, so I'm really excited to read that. And then I've got my collection of comic books over here. Some of them are we've got fables, so some of them are bigger comic books like that, but then some of them are indie and small press comic books Dr. Cat. I reviewed that one. That one's really cute. So I've got a ton of stuff over here for that. None of them are really I guess this one that I got for free is DC superhero. I got that one for free, but other than that, I don't really have any Marvel or DC comics. I mostly have either indie stuff. I love this one, Jet Black. It's about a pop star and a girl that runs away and joins her, and it's really cute. I guess this one, Runaways, I guess that one's Marvel. But yeah, so I have a few of those, but most of them are indie comics and things like that. So these were my bookshelves. Let me know your guys' thoughts on the shelves in the comments below. I had a lot of fun filming this and showing you guys the shelves, and I'm really excited to film my AuthorTuber book haul so that we can delve a little deeper into these books right here. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know your thoughts on everything in the comments below. Thank you for going through my bookshelves with me. This was so much fun. I will see you guys all again soon, but in the meantime, do not forget to support small businesses. Don't forget to check out all the links in the description below, and I will see y'all on Wednesday night for the AuthorTube sleepover at 9 p.m. here on this channel. Bye, friends!